you're having a great day. I was thinking there's a lot of rules as kids that we live by and as adults. Like, for one, we all know that every day we need to brush our teeth, right? If we don't brush our teeth, what's going to happen? Our teeth are going to rot. We're going to have bad breath. We're going to have food stuck in them. So we brush our teeth. Another rule that we always do is, or we should always do, is we wear our seat belts. Raise your hand if you wear your seat belt when you get in the car. You do that because you want to be safe. I think Dora the Explorer said that many years ago. Another thing that we do is we are always encouraged, and some of us have a hard time doing it, but we want to make sure we eat our fruits and our vegetables. Why? Because they're good for us. God created those. All the other foods, the candy bars that we like and the brownies, those are all man-made, but we eat fruits and vegetables because we want to be healthy. But a really, really important rule, probably the most important rule besides loving God, is that as children, the Bible tells us that we need to obey our parents. So I have my friend Douglas here, and he is going to share a story about how he obeyed his parents, or maybe didn't so much. So watch this.
Hey guys, it's me again, Douglas. And do you want to know something about me? I love cookies. Okay, not just cookies, but chocolate chip cookies. And not just chocolate chip cookies, my mom's chocolate chip cookies. They are so good, and when she bakes them, I can smell them all the way up here in my womb, and it just, oh man, it smells so good, and they taste even better than that. And one day I was sitting up here, and yep, I could smell that great smell of chocolate chip cookies. And so I went down the stairs, and sure enough, my mom was making some chocolate chip cookies, and I could see them cooking in the oven, and they were all sizzling, and they smelled so good. And so my mom got them out of the oven. She put them on the tray, and you can't eat them yet because they're too hot. If you touch them, you'll get burnt. So we had to wait for them to cool off, and then my mom put them into she put them in the cookie jar, and at our house we have this cookie jar that looks like a cow, and when you open up its head to get the cookies, it goes moo. And so my mom put the cookies in the cookie jar, and I went up to her and I said, "Okay, Mom, can I have some cookies?" And she said, "Yep, you may have 2 cookies." And so I said, "Thanks, Mom." So I just took the 2 cookies in each hand, and I just went, when I munched them up really, really fast. I ate them really, really quick. And I said, "Okay, Mom, I'd like small cookies." And she said, "Nope, no more cookies until after dinner, otherwise you'll get sick." That didn't make me very happy, because I wanted those cookies. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. If they taste good, I should just eat as many as I want, right? So my mom went into the other room, and she had to make a phone call, and so I knew right then and there that I had to come up with the most brilliant plan to get those cookies. And so what I did was, well, see, here's the problem with the cookies is they were up in the cookie jar, way up on the counter, and I'm not very tall. I'm kind of short, vertically challenged, and so I can't just reach up there and grab them. So I thought maybe if I got a broom, I could knock it down. So I got the biggest broom that we had, but it was really big and heavy, and so I was trying to walk around with this big giant broom, and I was gonna knock it down, but it was just too big. I couldn't control it, and I finally just fell right down. Oof. And yeah, and so that didn't work very well at all. So I had to come up with a better plan, and I did. I had the greatest idea because last year, for my birthday, I got this awesome bow and arrow set, but not the kind of bow and arrow that's like pokey or hurts people. It's the kind with the suction cup on the end, the kind that go when it sticks to things. And yeah, so I took a rope and I tied it all up around the arrow, and I went into the kitchen and I pulled, and then twang! It stuck right on the very first try. I got the cow right on the first try. I was so proud of myself. I was like Master Ultra or something. And so I pulled on the rope, and and the cookie jar fell down on the ground, and it kind of broke into, several pieces. But I grabbed all the cookies and I put them into my short, and the cow cookie jar was just laying there like, and so I thought, that's no good. My mom will find out right away. So I tried to, fix it, but it was still broken, just laying there mooing at me. So I shoved it all under the rug, hoping my mom wouldn't notice, but it's still, you could kind of hear it. It was just like, but I thought, maybe she wouldn't tell. So I grabbed the cookies and I sneak, and I sneak, all the way up to my room, and I closed the door and I sat down on the bed and I started to eat all those cookies. Okay, there were like 47 cookies, and so I started eating and I got kind of full after like 2 more cookies, but I had to eat all of them because then I didn't want my mom to find them. So I just kept eating, and oh man, you have no idea how sick I felt after eating all those cookies, and my tummy was like this big. I felt awful. And so I just laid down on the bed and I felt so bad. And then I heard the most terrifying sound in the whole wide world. And it sounded like this. It was like step, step, step. It was my mom. She was coming up the stairs. She was coming to my room. So I got under the covers and I threw the pillow on my tummy because I thought maybe she wouldn't notice. My tummy was so huge if I had the pillow on it. And I brushed the crumbs off under the bed, and she came in and she said, Douglas, your friends are outside. They'd like to play soccer with you. And, okay, I love cookies, a lot. But I also love to play soccer. I like to be the goalie. I catch the ball so the other team doesn't make a goal. And, I'm pretty good at it. I love to play with my friends anytime they can. And so, but, I couldn't go today because my tummy was this big and I felt awful. So I said, I don't think I want to go and play today, Mom. That's okay. And she was like, well, Douglas, why don't you want to go play outside with your friends? You love to play soccer. And I wanted to lie, but then I remember that moms have like this superpower where they always know when you're lying. So I had to tell the truth. So I just said, I can't go play soccer because I feel awful. I ate all the cookies and look, my tummy is this big. And she was like, well, Douglas, I told you not to eat those cookies. I told you it'd make you sick. And I was like, I know, but they were so good. I wanted to eat all of them. And she said, Douglas, I didn't just tell you not to eat those cookies because I wanted to ruin your day. It's because I love you and I knew it would make you sick. I don't want you to be sick. Sometimes it's like that with us and God. See, in the Bible, God tells us some things we should and should not do. Like he says not to lie and he says not to steal and things like that. And we think sometimes that, maybe God doesn't really know what he's talking about and I'm just going to do this anyways. But God doesn't just make up these rules because he likes to ruin our fun. He doesn't just, he doesn't give us these rules because he likes to be bossy. He does it because he loves us so very much. And he knows what's best for us. He knows that if we do these bad things that he doesn't want us to do, that it's going to be bad for us. And it's going to be bad for other people too. And so that's kind of what I learned, is that we need to obey God and our parents because they love us and they know what's best for us. Well, I'll see you guys later. And next time you don't want to obey your parents or God, don't forget that they love you very, very much and they know what's best. Bye.
Hey, it's really important that we obey our parents. life is kind of crazy right now. You know, parents are, some of them are working at home, some of them are still going to work, and then when they get home or while they're working, they're helping you with your homework. It's just so important that we show them respect and we obey them and we listen to them. So when they ask you to clean your room, don't think, oh, I gotta clean my room. Just do it. Make peace. And just help your parents out. You know, they're not asking you to like go to work every day in a factory and cook dinner. They're just asking you to clean your room. So do a favor, help them out, be obedient to not just your parents, but to God, because He's the one who told us to do that, okay? So before we go, I want to remind you that we have our Easter egg contest that is ending tonight at midnight, if you didn't see that. Everybody's decorating an Easter egg. They're gonna send a picture of yourself holding the egg so we can see your pretty face, and one of just the egg by itself. And then do that tonight. Send it to Pastor Evan or to myself. Our emails are in the link below, and can't wait to see what happens. But before we go, I want to pray, and then we're gonna end with a worship song. So bow your heads and pray with me. Jesus, I thank you for allowing us just to be together through TVs and iPads and cell phones. God, I just pray that you would just help our boys and girls. God, help them as they are going through their days. God, I pray that they would be obedient to you and to their parents. God, I pray for just peace in their homes. Lord, I pray for health. God, I pray that you would help them, give them understanding with their homework. God, we thank you for what you do. God, we thank you that we are your children. We love you and we praise you. Amen.
Jesus, we thank you for your goodness. We love you. Let's sing this together.
All the things that I could do for you, and all the things that I could say, nothing is better, Lord, to simply obey.
Come on, you sing the many things.
The many things that I could be for you, the many things that I could pay, Jesus, I'll trust in you and do what you say. And I'll follow you where you're leading me. And I'll follow you where you're leading me. And I'll follow you where you're leading me.
When you sing,
All the things that I could do for you, and all the things that I could say, nothing is better, Lord, to simply obey.
why don't you lift your hands?
The many things that I could be for you, the many things that I could pay, Jesus, I'll trust in you, do what you say.
Sing it, Father.
And I'll follow you where you're leading me. And I'll follow you where you're leading me. And I'll follow you where you're leading me, Jesus. Jesus, you're watching over me
You sing.
as I trust and obey. Jesus, you're watching over me as I trust and obey. Jesus, you're watching over me as I try